So this was Fischer versus Spassky in 1997. Fischer is playing black, and he's playing the Benoni. So I'll just briefly go back and show you guys how it played out. I'm trying to learn the Benoni right now because I hate playing against d4. So this is how it played out, and everything is standard here. And watch this part in particular. This is something new our man Fischer did that Spassky decided, okay, you're giving me your knight and a bad pawn structure, I'll give you a bishop, right? But it turns out this was okay. So we're not going to explore this today. We're going to look at 2 examples of really good tactics, as the title of our video says. So we're going to go to here. Notice right now, this pawn is being threatened. It's backward. There is, of course, a few ways to defend it. Some ways better than others, right? When I was analyzing this, of course, I was like, well, let me develop the queen, right? So now I have this battery right here. And so I'm defending, and I have potential moves on here. I don't think that was the worst thing. But check out what Bobby Fischer did. So by moving the knight here, protected by your bishop, you're threatening this knight that was previously threatening your backward pawn, and you discover a defense with your queen. So by one move, you created a new threat, you created development, which I guess is the second thing, and you created a defense. So 3 things, actually. Bobby Fischer did 3 things with one move. So whereas we did this, right? This is defense and potential offense. But we didn't develop our knight, you see? So we didn't develop our knight. In fact, look at me, fancy with my colors. An attack, a defense, and a development. I think that's why Fischer is Fischer. So this was the first tactical move. Let's go to the next part, which was good. So this is how the game plays out. The reason why Spassky goes and takes is because this is checkmate right there. In fact, shout out Wes. He is very good about just like finding very easy checkmates like this. So shout out Wes. And then right here again, to defend against any potential shenanigans on this dark square diagonal. Notice this is actually a move that serves 2 purposes. So this is one of Spassky's achieved 2 objectives in one move. Because not only are you defending this diagonal, you're also now attacking this, right? This backward pawn is being attacked by his bishop, right? The bishop's a sniper, can snipe on both sides. So now you kind of have to think about it. How can you defend, right? Watch what Bobby Fischer does. Notice, by retreating the queen, you're not just defending this pawn, you're also attacking this bishop, which currently has no defender. Some people might have wanted to move the rook over, right? That would be a defensive move. But again, this rook has this semi-open file, man. You don't want to move it. So by doing one move, you achieve 2 purposes. It's a threat to capture, and it's defense. And look at this. Remember the thing that I was thinking about? You now have this diagonal again. So actually it achieves 3 things. So Spassky decides to protect the bishop. And then it goes on and on and on and on. And, you know, you guys can study the rest of this. This game is worth studying, not just because it was a successful Benoni defense, which is what I'm learning, but also because it has some really great positional and tactical places to really think about. A little positional play right here is, let me get to the little queenside pawn move right here. So right here, this is a positional play right here that I'll study much more. The reason that he did this is, as black, you can't just do this. Because let's say there's a, right? You see how he has more attackers right now, so this wouldn't work. So you could try to set this up, right? You could try to set this up. But the issue is, he's going to go here. Check out what happens here. If we move here, he can en passant. You see that? And he's got a pass pawn now. So that's the positional play right there. And this is why Bobby Fischer decided to first go here, because now I can set this up and he can't en passant me anymore. This move right here, why he advanced his pawn just 1, was because he wanted to prevent en passant. random positional things like this you don't think about because, again, pawn structure is so complicated, but it's very important. And notice, like, he actually goes for it. And now notice if we do exchange, right? See that? So there's no pin. A lot of times there's this pin that could happen with the pawns here, but it's no longer there. Anyways, lots to think about, lots to do, but hope you guys enjoyed this. Worth studying, man. A lot of these classical games, this is not even classical, honestly. Like, I guess you could call these modern, right? Because, like, this shaped chess theory now. Like, when you think classical, you think, like, Morphy, Paul Morphy. Anyways, let me stop ranting. Shout out, everyone. Talk to you soon.